Hey everyone, got some good news and some bad news. The good news is the strike against my channel has finally expired. The bad news, claimants as well as the content ID, people are still being obstinate, so it might be a bit longer, or what you deal with any more Astro Journeys vlogs, so early of January 2025 I would say. Hey, come Krypton or high water, I will have the video restored. I was wondering before if AI was making these decisions. Now I'm certain because a person could watch mine, determine that my image is my license right there. So, in the meantime, I think I'll talk about what is among my most anticipated films next year. Er, with the first film in the new DC universe, Hers, hers after the highly acclaimed Creature Commando show. Oh, let's. Here's my reaction on the teaser official to James Gunn's reboot of Superman. Why? So, right off, I will say that there's already a lot of elements I enjoy. I do with some discourse. I do like the design of the new suit, especially the whole stylized approach to the S sigil, like being the Kryptonian symbol for hope, which he's often representative of the arrangement of the classic theme music, where John Murphy, of course, putting his own spin on it. In this case, both the full orchestra as well as driving rock audition. And naturally, they recognize with the hat already, since it's already up on Water Tower Music, which I'm subscribed to and often listen to in the background when I'm working on stuff. And also how it's not just remixing a lot of the elements from both the Golden and Silver Age comic storylines, but also from the more modern age, which I often classify as published after the year 2000 or so. I mean, or at the very least since the original version of Crisis on Infinite Earths in '87, the post-Crisis storyline especially. When I first see him, he's taken a few licks. And it's like whenever I meet him in Injustice 2, and while it seems like he's just spitting up blood, instead he whistles for his dog Crypto to take him home to Fortress Solitude, which is a nice little reversal of what we had the last reboot. And one thing that they are good at doing for this character is marketing him. And let me tell you, given how the dog has appeared sporadically in cartoons and adaptations over time, this is one bit of Crypto I do feel confident investing in. Only do we see various rescues being made on both a big and small scale, hail, but we also see them subtly setting up other heroes for this new continuity, such as Isabella Maricet as Hawkgirl and Nathan Fillion as the Guy Gardner Green Lantern. So already, that's at least 3/7 of my potential Justice League setup right there. We also see a bit of Nicholas Holt's Lex Luthor, on top of being able to add him to the list of both Marvel and DC alumni. He definitely looks like he's the version of the character I tend to prefer for the modern age. Like, he has money, and wants power, and sees others stand his way of that power, which is definitely not a stretch at all in this day and age. Especially Superman, and which I don't know if they're gonna go have that many kryptonite bullets, but it's highly possible that weapon he's got there. I mean, and definitely has a range to pull it off. I mean, I've seen him in both bigger blockbusters and smaller films as well. He's an actor I liked for a long time, really. I mean, so, and also glimpses of Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane. I'm also the reason why I'm still open to this one, because both of these actors previously auditioned for the parts in the last continuity, though they were not chosen. I'm glad they weren't discouraged. They continued building up their reputation and smaller fare as well as television. I mean, and James definitely has a flavor of spectacle, and I'm not certain, but they also appear to be setting up other villains as well. Say, hey, I always get a vibe seeing those big hey, quasars in the sky. My first thought would be Brainiac and some of his machines. And I mean, my top choice to play him is still Chakuria Wuji. And that's because he was on Peacemaker, but also because of how his look at the High Evolutionary reminded me a lot of Brainiac, where being so blinded by his desire for perfection, he can't see what's right in front of him at all. It is also well known, both in and out of the universe, how high the stakes are for both the franchise, as a genre, and maybe even with their entire studio. Because as if this one doesn't pan out, it's going to be a a curtains for a lot of people, will say the least. Yes, and yes, but I still have a lot of confidence in the approach, like how with Clark, as well as other characters like Batman, Wonder Woman, being like the gods, like big names that are well known by anyone who even who has never read a comic book before, as well as the monsters are lesser well known characters, but could still be appealing to interesting new audiences, like the currently in progress Creature Commandos and also the Authority. I mean, even and though several all previous alumni expressed disappointment with how their journeys went, they are offering support to the new cast, which is always good to see. I mean, and it's one of several ones I have on my entertainment calendar for next year, and always done my best to not let other current events affect what I have planned. I mean, unless it's an absolutely one that definitely shakes the world off its axis, so to speak. And and as I mentioned before, I intend to cover the Richard Donner cut, the second movie, before this one comes out, and also can now officially reveal which one I will talk about in 2025 that James made before, or Super, which top of starting a lot of people has worked with many times since, has Rainn Wilson as a self-styled vigilante going after like the cartels and gangsters that kidnapped his lover with a do-it-yourself costume and a wrench. 3 words. Shut up, crime. Anyway, that'll be all for now, and I will see you tomorrow with a look at the highly anticipated Sonic the Hedgehog 3. So for now, I gotta go fast. Take care, everyone.